Well, speaking of grifts, Candace Owens out at Turning Points USA. Unclear what led to that separation between, it's possible she might feel that she can make more money out on her own, and
might have something to do with the fact that certain chapters were complaining about her presence and prominence at TPUSA following her Hitler nationalism comments.
That could have. It also could be that she has, has been too Hitler friendly. Although maybe she got sick of stuff like what seems to be a real rash of coincidental eruptions of white supremacy amongst specific chapters of Turning Points USA.
Leaders of the chapters.
Leaders of the chapters. And really, there's nothing else except for the chapters. I mean, of course, Charlie Kirk goes around to say hi to the chapters. But that's what it's all about, right? It's all about the actual schools. The latest is Las Vegas, the University of Nevada, I think it was.
UNLV.
And, of course, we've seen these problems. I think they were in Florida, they had problems. And actually in the executive leadership, I think initially there was also some major white supremacy problems.
Yep.
Things like texts or whatever it is, their internal Discord channel, essentially like, hey, make sure you don't hate on Jews for no reason. Because there's nothing worse than hating on the Jews for no reason when there's so many reasons. But here is Candace Owens tapping into where the big money lies, and that is in the circle jerk, that is the IDW, and with Dennis Prager. This is it's branded by both organizations, so I'm not sure whose show it is, if it's a Prager U show or the Candace Owens show.
I think the Candace Owens show exists under the
Prager U umbrella. Yes, I'm not. That's not surprising, and here is Prager, obviously famous for bringing on folks like Dave Rubin, saying it's so helpful that you identify as a liberal because it helps from a marketing perspective. And Dave Rubin was like, wait a second, you're undercutting my sales pitch.
I'm not doing that for you.
You're saying the quiet part loud. What's going on? And here's Candace Owens making her pitch as to how she can effectively make the overwhelmingly white audience for Prager University feel good about themselves and their racism.
What's scary to me is not that they're preaching this lunacy, but that some people are grasping onto it. Some people said to me when I got engaged, my fiance is white. I can't believe you're marrying a white man. And what I said back to them, my retort was, why don't we just put back in the laws where blacks and whites can't marry?
Well, let me ask you. I'll bet you those who said that are all black.
That's correct. That's what I mean.
Whites don't give a damn if whites and blacks. There's more racism in the black community
Pause
than
it.
in the white.
Let me just he didn't fully develop this point about whites not giving a damn about whites and blacks marrying. He may not be. It was ironic that he said that after she had mentioned anti-miscegenation laws, which of course were laws in this country for the vast majority of this country that were not put in place by black people.
It wasn't black people during Reconstruction.
It was
you don't remember all those
the Nation of
sharecroppers?
Islam. It was the nation
organizing against that.
They organized. They were like, can't have
apparently
it's 17.
Apparently, the history department at Prager University is woefully understaffed, and they did not give them a heads up on that.
They better get more tax-deductible donations.
There probably actually is a guy with like a mail-order diploma at PragerU who has like a theory of like the black creation of I wouldn't be surprised.
Whites don't give a damn if whites and blacks. There's more racism in the black community than in the white community.
100%.
I mean, it's one of the truths that because the left has, as I say every day, truth is not a left-wing value. It's a liberal value. It's a conservative value. It's not a left-wing value. So since the left dominates discourse, you can't say that truth.
Right.
But Kamala Harris, by the way, is married to a white man. You never see him. Did you notice that?
Don Lemon. Don Lemon.
Oh, Don Lemon's male.
Yeah.
Are they married?
I don't know if they're married, but,
All right, but his
it's
partner
a white,
or whatever.
yeah, and he talks about racism and the threat of white men all the
yes.
time.
Isn't that amazing?
His partner's a white
I know.
male.
I would like to ask him if whites are if all does your white partner or husband or whatever it is is he a racist?
I mean, that
guy's a bad Jew.
He is. Prager spends a lot of time in the black community, so he knows how embedded.
What's up,
the
brothers? Let's discuss racism.
The interesting thing about this exchange is it suggests to me that they don't understand that there is a relevance to power dynamics in these conversations. And I don't know what it is about that conversation that made it so obvious to me. I mean, obviously, this is nothing profound, but there was something about that conversation that just really, Dennis Prager is probably one of the top guys working in the field of making sure white people don't feel bad about their racism or their misogyny. Right? I mean, I think that's like his, that seems to be what the university's mission statement is.
Yeah, race panics are rational.
Right.
Hello.
It's fascinating. But she has moved on to her new grift, Candace Owens. Good for her.